Whoosh. Alright. You get out of the office. What's next for Team Jarviskjir, I suppose?
Trying to think of a winning name.
You don't have a party name.
Blank.
Team The Good Party?
Team the Good Party sounds right, honestly.
Yeah.
Close
Team
enough.
trying to save society, you know?
Right?
Team... No,
Living
you know what?
in
I was gonna
society.
say something. I'm not gonna say something because it's too sassy.
I want to say the Monday party's pretty good. They only accidentally let out an ancient evil once, and then they fixed it. So
They did
really,
fix it. You know what? That's true. They did fix it. I was up until the point where they fixed it, they were not Team Good Party. But you know what?
and they had someone betray them. To be fair,
Honestly, I feel like
Bill.
we should go with Team Not Murderers.
Be a
good one.
Team friends with everybody.
Team Anti-Patricide. Team We Don't Murder Old People is a good one, I think.
That's what I wasn't gonna say.
I'm like, have you ever had the situation where you're friends with two people and then they go for a breakup and you're trying to still be friends with both people? I have this with the fucking parties because both sides wants to make jokes. Whoa.
I mean, we're still kicking. So, do we know the name of the inn?
Yes,
We're
Yes,
going
they
she
to?
told
know
you.
those.
Alright, so let's go check that out.
It's outside of the city. You're gonna have to go on a little beetle walk.
Yay, Scritches!
Yeah, you get
Scritches
Scritches out of the
exercise anyway.
stables.
Oh, I gave him so many Scritches.
Thank you. Very important.
It is important.
And you can take out into the Underrealms. Into the fungal forest. It's pretty much more of the same. Although, a little bit into the travels, it starts to rain. You're getting closer and closer to the wet season, and actually this travel will push you over into it.
I'm wearing waterproof leather armor right now.
Yeah.
I'm doing fine. Yay. Sorry, everybody else.
Yeah. I mean, it's beautiful, but it's not good for you. No one in the Underdark wants to be out in the rain, but so what do you gotta do? You don't have a canopy on this beetle, so you just gotta keep on trucking.
Rackout's gonna cover over everybody else. He's just gonna put his body above everybody else's head and act as an umbrella.
Aw. We can put Rofi in the trunk.
You do
No,
have a
we're-
box.
We do. You
You
can
do
fit.
have a Rofi could fit
You'll
in
be
that
nice
box.
and dry. Actually, you know what? That's not a bad idea, Rofi. You can keep working on your crafting stuff in the trunk if you want.
It's not that big.
Nice, stable space.
I also don't think Roshi really needs to worry too much because he's pretty much fully covered always.
We can
Yeah.
poke some air holes.
He's probably fine with like the dampness.
I'm just gonna be covering people up,
Okay. I
trying
was
to.
about to say too, I'll do that thing
What?
like I'll take my cloak and just kind of like hold it over you.
Oh,
Oh,
for
And
like a
I'll
week.
be covering both of you. It's really romantic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna snuggle up against Foss if he does.
Oh, it's lovely and comfortable. Of course, the reason
Very
why you want to keep out of the rain in the Underrealm is that the rain is
Acid?
slightly toxic. It's not acid; it's actually heavy metals.
Okay,
So
good,
you
good.
can't getting it on you isn't terrible. Drinking it
Drinking it
is
terrible.
deadly, which is why you usually drink from wells. Narashiro sits on an aquifer.
Good to know.
Good to know.
Oh,
Yes,
okay,
I wanted to make the memes and then tell you. No, actually, you would be taught not to go out in the rain. Definitely don't drink
that's great.
rainwater. Drinking rainwater would be a rebellious teen exercise during a storm.
Many teens have died.
Unless you're a dwarf
So-
who just drink the rainwater. They don't give a shit.
That's actually kind of cool. I like that detail. But before we head out, do we want to send a message to Abanir saying that we have secured things on our end?
Abanir's the wrong people. As it.
As it, whatever.
Abanir is the people who
Abanir's
killed,
dwarves.
took over.
Correct.
Oh no, you're right. You're right.
As
It-
it
who's-
is.
Ab. There's another.
You've had
Ab.
enough. You had to have another ab.
No.
Because that's the former Masters
The
of the
guy
Ritual
you
is
killed,
murdered.
Abigail is an Ab, which is why it's Abigail.
Yes.
Ha!
Hold on.
What a
I'm gonna-
coincidence.
So it's Azit, right? Is the
Azit and the
fungi?
gnomes, yeah.
Abadar is the ones we killed.
Azit.
Fuck, Ollie. You sure did fuck that one up. Jeez. Okay. Yeah, you could send a message to them if you want. That would be sensible.
Yeah, we've secured things on our end. If they want to send a representative over, I have our credentials and well-being to do so.
Okay.
And we would like to introduce them into the city, sort of. Not really.
Yeah, just like let us know.
Show them around.
Give us
Okay.
a couple weeks' notice.
The big
Yeah.
city, see?
Ah, gnome in the big city. Da, da, da,
Actually- I'm gonna have them contact Nero, who has access to the Sing Ring,
Yeah.
and then he can send a message to us.
Little guy in a big city. City don't care about me. I just like the idea of like a film noir.
To be honest with you, good one shot. Just for
Yeah.
one person one day. That gnome coming to the city. Big gnome living in the city. Sorry, continue.
It's a good one. It's like
It is.
that's like a book.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you can send that message. You can basically do all your paperwork before you leave, because this is the beginning of Paperwork City. And head out, which doesn't mean it takes a little longer. I'm sure Rakath is even doing some writing while he's on the road occasionally, because you got to go a little bit of a ways. You're told it was kind of to the south. The road you end up following, when you ask for directions towards the Fair Travels Inn, you end up going a little bit southeasterly. Now, Voss, this major road is actually the one you took from your home. A lot of these roads are just heavy tracked paths. They're not paved or anything like that this far out. But this is the way you went to. If you kept going for quite a while, you would reach House Nor. But you only really travel for a week and a bit to get to the inn, which is why it started raining, because it's the beginning of the wet season, which means not so much for you guys. I mean, it often is raining. Right now there is a kind of wet mist that clings to the ground. Travel is a little bit slower especially if you were going off-road. Because you're on a road, it's not so bad. When you get to the Fair Travels Inn, it's pretty much on its own. It's not an inn connected to a little village or anything like that. It is this
It's a road
slightly
stop.
Gothic manor road stop. There's a stone square courtyard outside. It kind of sits nestled up against a cliff a little bit. The area around it is a little sparser in fungal forests and things. And I mean, maybe there would be occasionally tents and things stopped outside. You see little areas that have kind of been used as camps by people. Maybe they're meeting with people who are at the inn or whatever. But mostly it's
Delightful little bed and breakfast.
very quiet.
Well, this is the place. Suppose we should take a look around.
Have you been here before, Voss?
Maybe briefly on my way into the city.
Not very memorable, then.
It's another inn outside the city. You get what you see.
I find you always get what you see, but what you get may not always be seen.
Great. Can I get off?
Let's go in.
Notably, there's no, beetle stables here, which is kind of an oversight.
It's time to a rock or something.
Yeah, exactly. Scratch isn't going to wander off. You park him next to a fungal wood tree, and he'll just kind of start licking it, and then he'll be happy. You head in. There's an unpleasant smell about the courtyard. Usually in Underdark, even in Funglewood forests, there's not much of a smell. If you get deeper in, you're good. And right now there's the overbearing smell of rain, which is a little bit more... it would probably be a smell a lot of you would like. It, like, smells like licking pennies. You know what I mean?
It gets acrid.
Yeah. And I actually think most of you would enjoy that smell.
Very
the
much
the issue is that the smell comes with the connotations of poison. But
Delightful. Sorry.
but yeah,
Can
the
I
smell.
get a bottle of this water then?
Yeah, I mean, you can get a bottle of rainwater pretty much at any time during the wet season. It doesn't rain very much outside of the wet season, which is why those gnomes were like playing the other time, because it's pretty rare.
How many bottles of
However,
rainwater?
you know, during the wet season, if you need rain, you can get rain.
Okay. I want to have collected some on our journey over
Sure.
then. Like a few bottles, say
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
Is that reasonable?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yay, heavy metal poisons that I might be able to
The
distill down
courtyard
later.
is surprisingly large, and quite clearly not maintained. You know, it's overgrown. The slabs have little fungus growing between the stonework and stuff like that. There looks like there should be like a gate. There just isn't. There's a little porch and steps. And by little porch, I mean it actually is like a 10-foot porch. It's pretty high up to the building, which isn't entirely unreasonable, especially when you're out here.
Shall we go in?
Yeah.
Oh,
You're walking across the courtyard, the
Pardon me.
mist and the rain, and there is a screeching, shrieking noise from atop the building. From its slate-paved roof, you see the outstretching of wings, and a very
hello?
large creature thunk down into the courtyard. It looks as if you stretched a bird into the shape of a human. It's a very... I mean, the creature looks uncomfortable, and it smells horrendous. It smells like rotting carrion, and it just looks at you with these dull, dim eyes and screeches. And in a few moments, you're going to roll initiative, but not right now. Not right now.
You
Hello.
can't talk to it?
I mean,
It's
you can,
very nice to meet
you can talk at it.
My name is Raka.
I take
So,
a piece of jerky.
you're at an
my
ear.
path, feed it to him.
Why are you pinging
No?
us? Stop pinging.
not allowed.
Please roll initiative.
So if I'm a turkey, then I am.
Yeah, this one isn't the usual Oli fun time challenge of finding where I
Oh.
put you on the map. Usually
Nice.
it's a lot worse.
Nice.
That's the one I roll a 20 on. Fucking hell.
Nice.
Rolling a 20 on
Oh.
initiative isn't always
Nice.
bad. Sometimes it can be
These are,
super
like, some
useful.
good rolls we actually had.
Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't clear the turn order last time we fought. Oh, past Ollie really screwed me on this one. Oh dear.
Hopefully all the
Fine.
values are correct. So
No,
Yeah, all these values are correct.
you don't see when I haven't cleared it. Only I see.
right. No, that's right. That's true.
Oh, right,
That's true.
yeah.
No, you're correct.
Luckily,
No, I
it's
wanted-
not as garbled as it looked. It wasn't that bad.
I'm a lazy indie player and I don't DM, so
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
that
Basically, you can have, as the DM, you can have initiatives on multiple maps. An ability I have never used and has only been a slight inconvenience to
Is
me.
that a new Una token?
It is. You missed
Yeah.
that
I
last.
got new
Mega
artwork.
creepy. I love it.
It's from the new artwork that he posted on Twitter.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
a new unit art.
Mhm.
I mean to do it for everyone, but I'm a very busy boy, and I mostly draw Pokemon abominations.
Which are awesome.
Pokenations.
Well,
Pokenations.
I appreciated it. It's beautiful.
Bomb on.
Thank you.
Yuno was the most important.
All of these characters look different than these tokens by now. You know, I just need to update them. Even Rakath, I would draw differently now. Like it's Rakath, but I would.
Yeah.
Your description changed since the beginning, and now I know how he actually acts as well.
Okay. Yeah, behavior is a big part of it, but
Yeah.
It's always nicer to draw a character after knowing them for a little bit.
I loaded twin shots way back when before the meeting.
You've just been all
like, a shot.
lumbering around the pistol, ready to blow at any moment. Sometimes you'd be working at your workbench and you'd accidentally bump it and it would like shake.
Oh my god. Yep.
That's very Rofi.
oh my goodness. And you want this man to be in charge of explosives, Yuna.
So, what do you want to do?
Himself up at least
Of course
once.
I do.
I hope you
Okay.
have a revivify.
Not yet.
Because it's been long enough, I want to make sure some things.
Please, yeah.
okay.
This party doesn't fight very often. Because you're too busy making friends.
Yep. Then with that, I'm just going to like Rofi. That thing lands, holds up the cannon, and with it, when he fires this, he fires it and full on just like does like a tumble backwards, just like and then so it's
You're shooting and moving. And
Oh! That's so good! I mean, one misses, but still.
oh, then I rolled a 1 on the.
Well, it's still really great. Like, this bird thing lands, they start talking, it screams, you just boom! It's such a big explosion of energy from your hand cannon that it clears the mist from the courtyard in this whoosh. And the creature is hit in the face with lightning and kind of recoils back. You actually see the, like, slug of metal. I don't imagine it's a very clean bullet. It's like whatever you're working on. Bounce and ping off the creature, but the lightning definitely hit it hard.
Oh, good. Okay. Then I'm going to, with the tumble backwards, okay, and sit around here for a second. and I will now use my bonus action to load Elemental Overload into it.
Okay. Rekka.
would I have seen that bullet kind of like bounce off?
Yeah, you know. That would be really the thing that kicks off the fight, because it's such a boom.
Well, I suppose we're not talking to it now.
I'm just gonna ping this just so for chat's sake.
Well, you know, move this way. 1, 2, 3, 6. And I mean, even though, you know, I'm gonna shoot at it, but I'm gonna shoot at it with one of the raptor tooth arrows just to see if that'll do anything. You know, we'll see.
That's it? I ate a lot of cheese during the break. Now my body's not very happy.
that's 7
So if a
piercing
creature still
damage.
flinches at taking that hit, it's still definitely affected, but you
Right.
just notably the arrow bounces off. You know, it kind of
Okay.
scrapes and bounces off the thing.
And just to be clear, the raptor tooth arrow didn't do anything unique.
No,
Cool. Good to know.
it's just styling.
I thought so, but I have them separated just in case they did anything different. Good to know. You know what? Hold on. Let me just check something here.
Please do, as I enjoy my glass of piss.
You know what? I am actually going to dash forward using my bonus action, using my cunning action.
The creature extends out its wings, kind of, you know, almost stalking around you.
Hello,
run.
Big Bird.
Yuna!
I am going to cast Fairy Fire on it.
Responsible.
I'm
Yeah, this
gonna angle that in a way so it doesn't hit Rakath.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
absolutely.
And it is not going to have to roll because it is going to roll a 6.
Oh, man.
That is
I didn't
so-
even check what your portents were, so I'm
Yeah,
as surprised
it's a
as
6.
the creature is. It gets coated in blue starlight.
That is such a good combination. Damn.
Divination wizards.
Yeah, divination wizards are just they. If it wasn't a role play game, they would be
Yeah.
OP, right?
Yes. Yeah. Totally.
Divination Abjuration, hands down, best wizard in 5e.
Yeah.
Anybody who says
That's-
evocation is wrong, and I will fight you.
She says as she
Yeah.
plays Yuna and then eventually again Amelia.
Yeah. Exactly.
I wonder why.
Amelia like only ever took health damage like once during a whole campaign. That was a fighty campaign, not like this where you're making friends. Speaking of friends, Voss.
I'm gonna run up to
Nice.
the bird. And
ladder.
I'll use my bonus action to focus on it with the mask.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm going to action surge. And I am going to attack it. And we'll see how this goes. Does a 10.
Oh!
You
dodged a one.
avoided the one. Even though the back of this creature is now glowing blue, it almost shifts backwards. Like 1 second it's one way, and then it just kind of twists completely backwards with like the same kind of effect when Yuna gives you the ability to see what people are about to do.
Yeah, very cool.
It almost moves into several places a second and just completely deflects the blow with its incredibly long talons. Each one is probably 8 inches long.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
And I mentioned at 8 inches, he's instantly excited.
Can I just ask where Rofi is on the map? Because I don't.
Rofi
see him.
skidded behind the
I just
courtyard.
tried to point at my monitor. I just tried to point at my monitor. Right here. Right here, Yuna. What are you doing?
Thank you.
I'm
It's a galaxy brain.
I hide behind wall. It good. Rofi fired the gun and rolled out of the room.
I think I got stupider when I lost my hair.
It is. You're like Samson.
Yeah, except it's intelligence, not strength. Fuck me,
Are
I
they
guess.
not the same thing? Is that your turn, Voss?
Yeah.
Alright.
Uh-oh.
The creature spreads its wings, and that shaking kind of continues. This just darkness pouring out, and it the darkness sinks very heavily to the ground and spreads around. Can you two boys give me Constitution saves, please?
You sure you don't want that to be like intelligence or dexterity?
No.
That's okay.
Whatever's happening, you manage to kind of like cover your faces in such a way that it does not affect you.
Yes.
Yes. And that's its turn. Rofi.
Rofi is going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he's going to fire at the creature with advantage with his elemental overload. That's a good
hit.
number.
Yep.
Yeah. Aww.
Chain
Good.
lightning onto us by any chance?
I've rolled a 1 on every damage roll.
Is that including your
except
double?
for
Because it
that-
does 2d6 right now, doesn't it?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
got
yeah,
4 and a 1.
It's a bit of a shame. Yeah, the slug bounces off. The lightning cascades through, which kind of snaps the creature out. It was almost chanting to make this happen, and kind of staggers backwards. This blackness leaking from the neck where you manage to strike it before it kind of closes back over in a film of sticky feathers.
Okay.
Racketh.
Well,
Why don't you meet a nice boy like that Racketh? He's got a good profession.
Gonna swing at it.
That's a man that's gonna go far. That's a hit.
And this is with sneak attack as well. For a lovely total of 14 damage.
It's a strong hit. The blade, like you're hitting something. It doesn't even. Metal isn't even a good comparison. There is no penetration of the weapon at all. It's almost like you're doing bludgeoning damage. It's all just the force to it. The blade scrapes through the feathers.
Okay.
It even sends some sparks, you know.
Mm-hmm. Well, I have absolutely no way to deal with that whatsoever, so I'm just going to stab it, hopefully with my offhand dagger as well, and just hope to chip away at it. Now, I will note, my parrying dagger is still in for enchanting, so this is just a regular old offhand
That's
dagger.
a hit.
Which doesn't change the damage or anything, it only changes my defense.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
2 piercing damage.
You know.
So this thing has it looks like it's flight bound, right? Like a big chicken. Right?
Yeah, no, it like flew down here. It has
Yeah.
wings and arms.
Fella style.
Yeah. Pretty much.
In that case, I think I will cast.
Excuse me.
Call me a god.
He failed the check.
I'm
He
gonna
did.
find
Yes.
So it has
Okay.
to make a will save.
Will save.
Yeah.
It fails.
What do I have to save?
Nothing. I was making a meme.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
damn.
a brutal strike. It's like rearing up, kind of springing back to attack, and then you. And the cool thing is, this is just a word. You just say the magic words, and it just recoils back, scraping as its own face at that devastating amount of psychic damage.
Mind spike!
So yeah, I know where it is now, always, and it can't become invisible to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I move forward, and that's my turn.
It's always useful when dealing with big birds.
Big bird.
Voss. Hey, it's a big shenanigan bird. It could turn invisible at any moment. It's a very reasonable
Right?
assumption,
No, absolutely.
To be fair. That's a hit.
Thankfully, it's fairy fired as well right now, which would
I
be
mean,
very
we fought a literal brain that floated with tentacles, so anything can happen.
I need another
That's
one of
pretty
those, by the way.
normal. Yeah, it's a great hit.
One of those. So,
That is my turn. I'm just hacking away.
Creature is going to wheel around, actually just leaving combat with Rakab.
yeah. Do I get an opportunity
Yeah,
attack
yeah,
on
you
that?
do in this one.
Okay. Does that have the opportunity to get sneak attack, out of curiosity?
That's because you're rolling with advantage for the fairy fire.
You're correct. You are
Look at that.
correct. Too bad I rolled shit.
Luckily, it's a miss. You
Alright.
kind of,
What's the
it's got
one?
like a rat-like
Dodge
tail,
the
and you
one.
swing at it, and nothing happens. And it just rears completely towards Yuna with a
Wow.
fury. It is going to try and bite you.
Okay.
It is going to hit.
I should-
Abracadabra. That's why I paused. I gave you a pause for shield.
She did
no,
say it.
I get to know if I hit it, if you hit or not before I cast it.
That's true.
But now I have to do
All you
math.
want.
Now I have to actually count what your AC would be.
My AC is going to be a 15, or sorry, an 18. With
Yeah,
shield.
that does not hit then. It goes for the bite. This, you just managed to completely dodge it due to the way your shield works, and it's going to reel around and attack at Voss with its other attack, which does hit.
I was just waiting for Voss to say I cast shield.
No.
Luckily, he
Plate
can't.
armor now, so I
You
have
can't
no-
do that.
Not yet.
You can't do that on Twitch.tv. I need to get
No,
some
that's just
dice.
talking about feet. Can't talk about feet.
Oh, there goes my profession.
I know, right?
I actually talk about feet quite a lot during art
We
streams.
do. Look, one day I'm gonna torture somebody, and all I'm gonna do is describe how I'm torturing their feet by tickling their feet ever so slightly, and it'll be just slightly sexual.
And it'll turn me on.
It'll turn you on,
Uh,
and the
speaking
masturbation that you'll be doing.
Of turning on, the creature turns on Voss with its sharp talons and does 15 slashing damage.
How much? Sorry, 15?
15, yes. And that's that. Next is Rofi. Creature is
Rofi.
like leaking darkness.
Well, with that, Rofi runs up and then does a running jump and does a little bit of this. Oh, yeah, I do have advantage on that. Yeah,
A
good.
little bit of inflict wounds.
Ah!
That's a hit, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, I couldn't think of how to finish. I had a start and not a finish, and that's life. It doesn't
And
look
Rofi's
as
like hanging onto it.
you know, you can feel the energy that goes through your little taser stab space wolf thing. It doesn't seem as affected as it should with the just power that's running through your gauntlet. It still recoils back, and you're still stabbing the thing with a taser. You know, so it still recoils back and kind of like shrugs at itself to try and almost like tend to wounds that aren't there, right? Rakath.
Well, it's left combat with me, so I'm just gonna allow that. And take out my my Yumi, and this time I'm gonna shoot at it with the Virus Steel arrow,
Oh.
which might be slightly better for me here.
It's a hit.
Okie dokie.
The arrow clatters off into the courtyard distance.
No.
Completely intact.
Oh, good. I'll go get that later.
Makes a satisfying twang noise.
Oh, it makes a great noise. It makes, you know, someone punching Captain America's shield noise.
Yeah.
But it does not do full damage.
That's okay. What's the point of Virus Steel?
I'm sure I told you.
I'm sure you did. I wasn't listening.
It does bonus damage to objects and constructs.
Yes. That I actually don't remember being told that, but that might just be me losing the hair. And therefore
Might
my
be
magic
me
control
not
rolls.
telling you. Who knows?
It might be. It could be.
You know.
I am going.
Oh,
to...
sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. I need to roll sneak attack on that. No, wait. Is sneak attack for melee? Tell me.
Sneak
That's
attack is
alright.
for everything.
Yeah.
If you have advantage, or if they're in melee with someone, you have sneak attack.
Okay.
And
Sorry.
this is both.
Add 9. And then have it.
How fucked up does this thing look?
It's like leaking from the wounds you're giving it. It's like leaking just dark onto the ground, and it's like limping awkwardly on its stretched, gangly legs.
I am going to cast Essence Trap as a second level spell.
Second level Essence Trap.
He rummages through a bag of gems.
That's the one. Yep.
Use the fancy one that Rakath gave you.
Yeah, we'll use one of the fancy ones.
Okie dokie.
I have two 50th level gems. I won't use the fancy one yet. I feel like that one's special. It's gonna be used for a special thing.
Okay.
It fails its charisma because this big bird is very charismatic.
I believe you.
That's great damage. It does not bring the creature down.
And that will end my my fairy fire concentration as well. So I'm going to maintain that.
Voss!
We're all circled up now, so it doesn't really matter anyway.
Yeah.
We're all getting advantage.
Started the flower power of death.
I will
The good old.
attack.
It's the Shaun of the Dead. They're just
Yeah.
going around with the pool.
That
Double nines.
is a miss.
And then I'm also
Oh,
going
no.
to make use of my second wind, just because. I heal myself for 10.
Very
That's my
cool.
turn. Trey cool.
Bird.
Bye, guys.
Can one of you give me a constitution save as the creature screams?
Me as well?
No, you're too... you
I don't think I'm too far. I'm probably within 20 feet. So.
Yep, you are. I mean, don't you get ahead of yourself there, child. But you are within range. Give you.
I just wanted to be honest with it.
Yeah. I mean, I checked.
Yeah.
Voss cares not for the smell.
You know what? I'll take the 14 for a 15 total.
Okay. That means that only Rofi fails, making Rofi be stunned in place as the scream shakes him to his core. Oh, Rofi, what a nice turn you're about to have there. It'd be a shame if someone were to scream at you and take it. Yoink.
What's happened is Rofi's still just hanging on with the thing stuck in.
You're like, whoa. As the creature's flailing around, you're swinging about. Rakath, clearly very injured.
Now here's the question. How much does Voss... Well, you can move. That's fine. I'm gonna
How
attack.
much does Voss value his fingers?
Well, not that. It's more that I wanted to make sure I was giving somebody advantage, but I can't get to where I can give Voss advantage.
That's a hit.
Good.
It's fairy fired anyways, I think, isn't it?
It is
No.
not fairy fired anymore.
I ended it to do the
Right.
That is
soul
17
sucking shenanigans.
damage. I'm sorry I keep giving you odd numbers. It's very inconsiderate of
Yeah,
me.
it
Yeah.
really is.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll get my payback eventually.
There you go.
Well, that's a natural 20 with my offhand dagger for
Nice.
some
Oh
reason.
yeah. Well, those 2d4s, baby.
That shouldn't have the sneak attack. Ignore the fucking 14, which is killing me.
Nice.
Instead,
You
I
can
rolled
sneak
2
attack.
guns to do 2 damage.
-1. And
There we go. Look at that. 1 damage,
What a
everybody.
secret.
Yuna.
Now, can you imagine if that 1 damage was all it needed? Wouldn't that have been funny?
What
gonna
a
disengage.
chuckle.
Stubs its toe and it dies.
I'm gonna disengage and go over here, and then bonus action maintain myself.
Okie dokie. Voss. Very sensible of you.
Rofi is stunned right now, so you might want to move around. So
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Rofi, what's
He's
happening?
taking
over here, buddy?
taking a little nap.
Dink, dink, dink.
little nappy nap.
That is a miss.
Rofi.exe has stopped working.
I
Okay.
give you my support from way over the side of the room.
You can do it.
Doesn't give you a mechanical benefit. I'm just really proud of you.
Creature is going to just reach around with an uncomfortably long ostrich neck and snap at Rofi. Now, mechanically, something's going to happen about that.
Did the stun end at the end
No!
of my turn? or
It did not.
Okay.
It did not, my friend.
Bye guys.
Wouldn't that be
It's
a
gonna-
situation if that was the case? Unfortunately, some status effects have, like, you automatically get crit and things like that. It's not one of those.
Okay, good.
But it's just as good
Oh, I fucking rolled a crit.
for me.
Bye guys.
It's gonna snap at you, dealing 12 piercing damage, and then going to flail at Voss with the claws.
That wasn't so bad.
Which hit for 9 slashing damage. Now you get unstunned.
Do I get my turn still?
Yes.
Perfect. I would. Okay. Can I move? I can move into his space, can't I?
No. You can make a check to
Oh, I can move
tumble,
here. Wait, here. That works.
or yeah.
That's without leaving range. Yeah.
You have to make a check
Good.
to go through a creature this big.
Okay, I am doing this thingy.
They are made.
So while I go past Voss climbing all around him, I slap a device onto his blade. So you get a magical +1, and it's magic.
That seems good, honestly.
And that's my turn.
Raka.
Well, I don't have a magical +1, but I am gonna swing at this bitch.
I need to lower.
Language. This is a Christian
apologize.
stream. That's a hit.
Yeah.
Fucking like Christian D&D stream.
For 17 piercing damage again.
Consistent.
Now look here, you little shit.
And then I'm gonna swing with my offhand dagger.
It is a hit.
17. Ooh! And don't worry, I turned the sneak attack off this time.
You did more damage than when you crit.
It
Yeah.
is.
That's not true. You did the same amount of damage as when you
I
It
did
is
the
a
same.
kill. How do you want to bring this creature down?
Well, where Rofi kind of stuck the taser in, after it swings around and then as Rofi kind of dives back, as it's swinging back, I want to just slash that open a little more and then stab the dagger in exactly there.
And the whole creature, after kind of tensing up, turns to a thick black sludge that just starts leaking into the ground. And that's a great place to take a little break, Reno.
Gross.